ndimene afotokozera amene wa apampando abungwe limeneli la Malawi Electoral Commission MEC Justice Anabell Mtalimanja kuti zotsatira tsopano za chisankho cha dera la Lilongwe Mtandire Mtsiliza Constituency tazidziwa. Pamenepa kutero kuti apambana chisankho chimenecho ndi Alfred Gangata amene adapeza ndithu mavoti amene akuwatchula kuti ndi 12,369 moyerekeza ndi amene amawatsatira George Zulu amene apeza 12,316. Amatero kuti aunikira zonse maka bungwe limene la MEC molingana ndi zimene bwalo la milandu lidalamula msewale kuti lidalamula kuti zimenezi ziulutsidwe. Bungwe limene lidachita ndithu mozimitsa kuti chisankho kumeneko nthaina amatero kuti potengera ndi madandaula amene adalipo sichidayende bwino void votes amene adali woonongeka maka mavoto kumeneko kuti sadagwiritse ntchito bwino sadawachite mowasamalira ndiye bwalo linalamula kuti ulutsani kuti amene anapambana kumeneko ndani ndiye ndi chifukwa chake anabwera pano kuti auze mtundu wa Malawi kuti kumeneko adapambana ndani.
Commission Justice Anabell Mtalimanja, and at this juncture it's my pleasure to invite her. But before you speak, Chair, if you give us 30 seconds for those that would want to bring their recorders. Thank you. If you want to record, give us the recorders so that it will follow the Chair. Or else, I will invite the Chair to address us. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangwani. Commissioners of the Malawi Electoral Commission here present, the Chief Elections Officer for the Malawi Electoral Commission, Mr. Mpesi, and the Deputy Chief Election Officers here present, management and staff of the Malawi Electoral Commission, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The Commission is here this morning with a determination of the results for the parliamentary election in Lilongwe City Mtandire Mtsiliza Constituency that was held during the general election of 16th September 2025. Allow me, first of all, to begin by giving a background. On 27th of September, the Commission, whilst sitting at the BICC to determine the results of the 2025 general election, made a decision to nullify the election in the Lilongwe City Mtandire Mtsiliza constituency. This decision was arrived at on account of the facts below. During the determination of the results of the constituency, it was noted by the Commission that the number of void votes in the constituency, as recorded by the constituency returning officer, was greater than the difference between the candidate with the greatest number of votes and the runner-up. This necessitated an examination of the void votes in terms of Section 96, subsection 1 and 2 of the Presidential, Parliamentary and Local Government Elections Act. The Commission also received complaints in two letters dated 18th and 19th September from Mr. George Zulu, who was one of the contestants in that constituency, and the matters raised in the complaints were considered by the Commission, and the Commission duly communicated its decision in writing on the said complaints on 27th September 2025. It was reported to the Commission that the tamper evident envelopes containing the void votes were opened and tampered with at the Council Tally Center when the Council returning officer purported to examine the void votes to resolve an alleged discrepancy. The Commission conducted an inquiry which established that, number one, the constituency returning officer delivered polling materials from the constituency tally center to the council tally center. Number two, discrepancies were noted in the void votes, reported as 445. The team at the Council Tally Center decided to open the tamper-evident envelopes to confirm the figure and also opened miscellaneous envelopes finding additional void votes. Number 3, all the void votes were consolidated into a separate envelope and the recount yielded 345 void votes instead of the 445 originally reported. Number 4, the recount was conducted in the presence of some party representatives. And number 5, having noted the discrepancy, some void votes were retrieved from miscellaneous envelopes. The Commission then considered the report and made the following findings. Number 1, the handling of the polling materials, most especially the void votes, departed from the legally set procedure relating to the handling of void votes. Number 2, the Commission has an obligation under Section 93, subsection 5 of the Presidential, Parliamentary and Local Government Elections Act to ensure that the polling materials are transmitted under circumstances of absolute security against tampering. However, the materials in relation to this constituency were tampered with. Number 3, the actual number of void votes could no longer be ascertained as the void votes had passed through an unclean chain of custody. Number 4, the Commission was, under those circumstances, unable to determine the results with certainty. In view of the above findings, the Commission resolved that the parliamentary election in the Lilongwe Mtandire Mtsiliza constituency be nullified, and the Commission would hold a by-election in the same manner as if there was a vacancy. The Chief Executive Officer for the Council and the constituency returning officer to be held accountable and to be instructed to submit a report on the circumstances surrounding the decision to tamper with the said void votes. The Commission to review and determine if electoral offences or indeed any other offences had been committed and the matter to be referred to the Malawi Police. The complaints to be responded to and all candidates in the constituency to be informed as well. Now we'll talk about the court proceedings. Upon being notified of the Commission's decisions to nullify the election, Hon Alfred Gangata appealed against this decision through a petition that was lodged with the High Court in election case number 52 of 2025. The High Court delivered its judgment on 10th November 2025, in which the court set aside the Commission's decision to nullify the parliamentary election results in the Lilongwe Mtandire Mtsiliza constituency and also directed the Commission to determine the final results using the available materials and records before it. Briefly, the findings of the court were that, number 1, the Commission failed to investigate whether approximately 100 void votes were truly missing. Number 2, the Commission failed to demonstrate how the opening of the tamper-evident envelopes affected the election results. And number 3, the Commission acted unfairly by excluding the petitioners' representatives during the examination of the void votes at the Council Tally Center. In view of those findings, the court made the following orders. Number 1, the decision of the Commission nullifying the election in the Lilongwe City Mtandire Mtsiliza constituency was deemed null and void. And secondly, the court ordered the Commission to determine the results based on what remains to be salvaged from the materials delivered by the constituency returning officer through the council returning officer and to declare the winner of the parliamentary election in the constituency. In compliance with this court order, the Commission held a meeting on 19th November and finalized the determination of the results of the election as provided for in Section 96 of the Presidential, Parliamentary and Local Government Elections Act. The Commission confirmed in writing the receipt and review of the records of results and other election documents, with all commissioners and the chairperson duly signing as evidence of confirmation of the records retrieved for the purpose. The Commission confirmed that it received, reviewed, and confirmed the records for the parliamentary election in the constituency as follows: record of polling process from the polling stations, polling station record of results, constituency summary of results by polling stations, and constituency summary of results by candidates. I'll now talk about the examination of the void votes. The Commission examined the purported void votes as delivered by the constituency returning officer through the council returning officer. According to the constituency summary of results as compiled by the constituency returning officer, both manually and electronically, the recorded total number of void votes as tallied on polling station results was 445. The Commission confirmed this tallied number of void votes by adding the recorded number of void votes recorded at each of the polling stations in the constituency and confirmed that the constituency returning officer's tally of the void votes was correct. Then a physical count of the void votes was done by the Commission and the number of void votes was found to be 386. These purported void votes were then reviewed and analyzed to address the discrepancy, and the following were the findings of the Commission. Number one, the Commission noted that the number of void votes delivered to the Commission by the constituency returning officer through the council returning officer were less than the number recorded on the constituency summary of results. Number two, 43 of the purported void votes were received. I'll take that again. 43 of the purported void votes received were already classified as stray votes. A stray vote is a vote that is found in a ballot box designated for another election. A stray vote is categorized as void in regard to that election, and it is accounted for in that misplaced election. It is not supposed to be introduced into the correct election. Therefore, these void votes did not form part of the examination of void votes for this present election. Number three, 2 of the void votes were delivered in an envelope without taking out the stray votes, 322. Number of votes affirmed as void, 151. Number of void votes corrected, 171. Then the Commission proceeded to allocate the corrected votes as follows. Candidate Chingwalu Ruth, independent, votes recorded before examination of void votes in 1,603. Corrected votes allocated to this candidate, 7. Final number of votes per candidate after correction of void votes, 1,610. Candidate Gangata Alfred Ruwani, affiliated to DPP, votes recorded before examination of void votes, 12,289. Corrected votes allocated to the candidate, 80. Final number of votes per candidate after correction of void votes, 12,369. Candidate Mituka Elsie, affiliated to UTM, votes recorded before examination of void votes, 1,308. Corrected votes allocated to the candidate, 5. Final number of votes per candidate after correction of void votes, 1,313. Candidate Piri Linda, affiliated to the Afford. Votes recorded before examination of void votes, 94. Corrected votes allocated to candidate after examination, 3. Final number of votes per candidate after correction of void votes, 97. Candidate Zulu George Charles, affiliated to the MCP. Votes recorded before examination of void votes, 12,284. Corrected votes allocated to candidate after examination of void votes, 76. Final number of votes per candidate after correction of void votes, 12,360. The results of the examination of void votes have been recorded by the Commission in Form 25B in terms of our procedures. The Commission considered a complaint lodged by Mr. George Zulu through Jefferson and Company, his lawyers, submitted through a letter dated 11th November 2025 but received by the Commission on 18th November 2025. This complaint is making reference to a letter dated 19th September in which the complainant requested for examination of the void votes and a complete recount of the votes in the parliamentary election in the Lilongwe Mtandire Mtsiliza constituency. The Commission considered this complaint and made a decision that this complaint was already dealt with by the Commission, and its decision was communicated to the complainant in writing through a letter dated 27 September 2025. The decision of the Commission, which was a remedy to the complaint as submitted at the time, has been declared null and void by the court as indicated. As regarding the request to recount the votes, the Commission's decision is that a recount is unwarranted at this point, as the irregularities observed did not fault the tallying or classification of valid votes for the candidates at the polling stations. Without an irregularity relating to the tallying or classification of votes at the polling stations being identified, the Commission does not have the mandate to reopen the ballot boxes for a recount. This complaint has been responded to in writing, and the response has been sent to the complainant through his lawyers. We'll now come to the final results. Therefore, in accordance with Section 95, subsection 6B of the Presidential, Parliamentary and Local Government Elections Act, the Commission resolved that the candidate who has attained the greatest number of valid votes be declared duly elected as Member of Parliament for the Lilongwe City Mtandire Mtsiliza constituency. The results for the constituency are as follows. Ruth Jingwalu, Independent, 1,610 votes. Gangata Alfred Luwani, DPP, 12,369 votes. Mituka LC UTM, 1,313 votes. Piri Linda Afford, 97 votes. Zulu George Charles, MCP, 12,360 votes. Total number of valid votes, 27,749. Total number of void votes, 288. Total number of votes, 28,037. Total number of registered voters, 37,617. Therefore, Gangata Alfred Luwani of Democratic Progressive Party is the winner for the parliamentary election in Lilongwe City Mtandire Mtsiliza constituency. The Commission will issue a final result and publish the same in the Gazette. I thank you very much for your attention.